Merry Christmas, you filthy animals!
Hey guys, and welcome back to Vlogmas. So yes, I'm back in the car. I know this year y'all are seeing me mostly in the car, but that is because I got stuff to do, okay? The evenings I'm in the car. After I get off from work, I'm in the car. Just riding around and doing Christmas shopping. Of course, a lot of my stuff I have to do. I have a huge family. So Christmas shopping is like a whole thing, you know, so just trying to get some shopping done. Today I'm actually off of work early because I'm going to a dentist appointment because my tooth has been giving me issues for like the past 2 or 3 weeks. And at first I thought it was just because maybe I had a cold, and sometimes when you have a cold it'll make your teeth hurt. But this one is at the bottom. They said normally it's your upper teeth that causes like problems when you have a cold, but mine is at the bottom. Now, I've had a crazy journey with the damn dentist since I've been a little child. My teeth have always just been kind of jacked up in a way. So, and I just said I was born with a bad set, because how at 4 and 5 years old I was already having cavities and stuff like that. So I don't understand it. And I wasn't one of them kids that walked around with a juicy cup because my mother wasn't having that. So that just made me think that maybe it was just a bad set I was dealt. Okay. A lot of my teeth in the back is pretty much missing. I mean, a lot of people don't know that, but they're gone, because when I was little, they was like, well, we just need to take them out. And then my regular teeth started having issues, which that right there should let you know that the problem lies with my teeth, because you lose your baby teeth. Sometimes they was even taking them baby teeth out early because they would give me pain. Then I got my adult teeth and they would still give me pain, and they wasn't in there that long. So y'all, it's a whole ordeal. But anyway, so yeah, that was my whole thing about my teeth. So now I'm headed there. I got a root canal earlier this year. And now I'm going back to the dentist today because, like I said, this pain just started hitting me out the blue. I'm hoping that it's just a cavity that needs to be replaced or filled, and that it's not a hole in my teeth, because a hole requires a root canal. All of it costs, okay? But a root canal costs. So let's pray and hope that I don't have to get no root canal, okay? Because that is not what I need. But this teeth is hurting me, okay? So yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I might try to do some shopping when I leave from there, because I just decided to take off the rest of the day. I'm gonna try to take y'all in the dentist with me, but I don't know. And you know, I know how it is about recording and all that kind of stuff, and you know, dentists and stuff don't like for you to do that, or any doctors or anything, for lawsuit reasons, I'm sure. Because if anything go wrong, they can say, well, you say I had you on tape, you know. So they're probably not going to allow me to record in the back. I do like to ask, you know, not that it would be on them, it would be on me, but I don't know. I made a little breakfast this morning. I had some sausage links, eggs, and I had a croissant. Okay, we get the croissants, I believe, from Costco's. They are amazing. Okay, now I did a half of one because I said, you know, Janice, you don't want to do a whole one, you want to do a half of one. And like I said, my weight is staying exactly where I needed to stay. I need to go down, but it's still like I said, it's not bad at all. I'm in a good place. I'm being conscious of being in a good place, but I do want to drop more weight, so I have to start really paying attention and eating accordingly to that. And like I said, a lot I have learned through just seeing a nutritionist. Like, I didn't even realize that a lot of what I was doing, I was definitely doing to myself, because I was eating over the amount of calories I was supposed to have in a day. So typically a person, well, my calorie intake, because I am a big girl, is 2,200. 2,100 I could do. This was what he started me off with, was the 2,200. Of course, with that, I was thinking in my head, okay, what does that look like? Well, it looked like, you know, I gotta be mindful at either breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or be mindful for lunch and dinner, and be mindful for all your meals, actually, because if you take a picture on that app called Calorie, which I'm not sponsoring it, and they could sponsor me though, because I've definitely seen real results. And even from the scale, like I said, from a scale standpoint, I am doing amazing, you know. So yeah, but even with that, like, if you pay attention to how much calories is in each thing, you'll be like, okay, now I done ate 600 calories for breakfast. Say that that's the thing. Alright, then it'll take away what you done already ate, of course. So then now you're looking at a certain amount. Well, can I eat a really good meal at lunch and a really good meal at dinner? No, you're going to have to choose. And that is how it keeps you in line. Because it's like, okay, if I sit up here and say if I decide to eat this Big Mac meal, that's all of my calories for today. What am I going to do for dinner? It's just a mind thing. You think like, okay, well then that's not going to work. So I needed to possibly eat light for dinner, or eat light for breakfast, and maybe eat a little light for lunch, but maybe have a big dinner. Not a huge dinner, not an unhealthy amount of dinner, but I can eat, I can kind of maneuver around. And I'm going to tell y'all, with this Calorie AI, I am not necessarily eating right, like, healthy stuff. I'm not eating salads. I'm not eating none of that kind of stuff. But I do incorporate them on days when I'm like, your breakfast was big. You need to eat a salad for lunch in order to meet your calorie amount a day. My nutritionist told me this, and this thing stuck with me. He said, you would have to eat 3,200 calories over what you already had in order to gain a pound. And when I say it's so much truth to that, but nobody has ever broke that down to me, which I'm so happy that I got a nutritionist. Shout out to Keisha, my friend, who told me to get a nutritionist, because I don't think I had a nutritionist before, but she wasn't like this. This guy is realistic, and I love him. His name is Calvin, if I'm not mistaken, but he is amazing. And he sits down and say, hey, well, you know, this is what it is. And then what I love about him, and I don't never miss a meeting, is because he'll say to me, don't beat yourself up. You know, it takes 3,200 over your calorie to be blah, blah, blah. Because I told him, Christmas time, Thanksgiving, I have been all over, but especially with sweets. Those are my faves. The sweets are my absolute fave, okay? And I've been baking cupcakes. I've been baking sugar cookies. I've been baking chocolate chip. I have just been baking. And I've been eating them. And I have not gained a pound. I'm just telling you, I have not gained a pound. I haven't lost nothing. I'm being honest. I ain't lost a thing for a minute. But it's staying there. I don't want to get to where I was. Okay? It was just ridiculous, okay, at where I was. I don't want to go back. I strategically pay attention to what I do. I strategically pay attention to what I'm drinking. I'm strategically paying attention to how much food I'm putting on my plate and not going back for seconds and thirds. I'm strategic because, I mean, most people would have pretty much had to be on Ozempic to get the results that I have gotten. Literally, I'm not on no shots. I'm not on no Ozempic. I'm not on no Zepbound, or I'm not on no rap, whatever the hell they got. I'm not on it. And that's just me because I've never been a medicine type of girl. Most of the time, they provide me medicines, and I don't always take them. I probably should start taking half the medicines that they prescribe to me. But I'm just not a medicine type girly. I'm not medicine. I just don't do it all for something that we could try to figure out the right way. That's how I feel about it. Everybody don't feel that way about it. And I'm not knocking nobody who feels that way about it. I don't want y'all to think that I'm, saying that those things are bad. They're not bad. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying, for me, he says, you can eat them within reason. I don't ever want you to deprive yourself of anything, because he said what will happen is you will deprive yourself from cookies, and the minute that you get to a cookie, you eating 15 to 20 cookies. He's like, no, eat 2 cookies. That's better than you eating 4 or 5 that you just had. At least you have the taste. And it's true. I just realized, Janice, do you really need all of that, or do you just want the taste of it? I want the taste. I eat a cupcake, I just want that cupcake. So I've been really just trying to focus on, like I said, making better decisions, watching my calories, and all that. That has been my goal. I'm not saying it's a drastic change in me. I don't personally see a drastic change, but I do notice, like I said, my shirts that were a little bit snug is not as snug. But, I'm not going to come on here and say, I done did this and blah, 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 blah. No. I'm going to give y'all the real. Okay? It's a struggle. It is a struggle. And I think that's why I love Red from Us Outsiders, because she was actually my motivation, because I wanted to do it without medication. And I'm like, how can you do this without medication? Now, the cow AI I got from TikTok. Shout outs to TikTok for showing me that, and me saying, let me give it a try. And people have so many testimonies on it. It was like, I was about to, because I'm not even going to sit up here and hold y'all. I was about to try Ozempic. I was about to try. I said, I'm going to try me some Ozempic. I said, but the Lord said, no. You don't have to, baby. You just got to watch what you're eating, how much you're eating, and what kind of foods you're eating. I do try to incorporate a lot more grilled stuff. During the holiday, I haven't really been incorporating anything grilled. I did have a grilled salad the other day, a grilled chicken salad, and it was a side salad from Chick-fil-A. Now, those are my favorite. Now, let me tell y'all a little something about those salads. The salad from Chick-fil-A, if you get that carb salad, it is over 1,000 calories. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. Get the side salad, add the egg, get you an 8-count grilled nugget for your protein, and you can get one. I get creamy salsa. The avocado one is more in calories. The dressing is, but I get the creamy salsa with the little crushed bell pepper thingies. I think those are like a good choice for like a good lunch. And then you can get a diet lemonade, or you get a diet lemonade, or you can get a Coke Zero. I sticks with the Coke Zero. I hate anything other than that. I hate it. Don't give me no diet. I hate Diet Coke. I hate Diet Pepsi. But I love Pepsi Zero and Coke Zero. You can give me those 2 things any day, and I'll take it. So yeah, alright guys, so I have arrived at my dentist. Hopefully, prayerfully, they'll let us come in and y'all could, kind of come in with me to see what's going on, but I doubt it. It's just probably not going to happen. But if I can't, you guys will see me as soon as I get back in the car, and I'll let you know what was said. Alright guys, so I left from the dentist, and I don't know why it's like this, but anyway, I went to the dentist to get a checkup to see why my teeth was hurting. Of course, they said they can't somehow tell on the x-ray what's going on, so they had to send me to somebody that could actually see if it's cracked or not. So she was like, if it's cracked but not cracked all the way down to the nerve, then they could feel it, but if not, they're going to have to take the whole tooth out. So I'm hoping they don't have to take the whole tooth out. That would just be a lot, but maybe they could just crown it or fill it or root canal it or whatever the hell they do. I don't know. But they're basically stating that like that's something that has to be done. So, you know, you find one day, you wake up, you find nothing is wrong, and then the next day you wake up, and that's almost at 40s. You know, I'm getting to be in my 40s, so I'm about to enter into that, and it's just like, nothing is ever simple. I was just thinking she was going to say, oh, you just need your cavity, you know, it's just need to be filled. Psh, please. It could be a root canal, or you need it extracted. Oh, wait, what? Taken out completely? And I told you I already struggle with my teeth anyway. That'd be my last teeth at the bottom in the back. But I am going to do the implants. I think I'm definitely going to get the implants, because I definitely need the teeth back in the back of my mouth. So yeah, hopefully they'll be able to do that this year. I'll be able to get that done. I think I'm even going to put more on my flex spending so I can get my mouth together this year. So that is my absolute goal. So I'm trying to see, you know, what I need to do in order to do that. So yeah. Then I was kind of thinking about dinner tonight. I don't know what we could get for dinner tonight. I thought about BLTs. We haven't had that in a long time, but I'll have to go to Lidl. And I can always go to the Lidl by the house and pick up the stuff, because I was going to go to the one down here, but I'm like, might as well go to the one closest to the house or whatever and get the bacon, because the bacon is a lot cheaper there. I have maybe BLTs tonight. I'm going to wait, because at this point, my insurance, because I have already had dental work done this year, of course the insurance I have is mediocre. It is through my job, but the dental one kind of sucks. The medical one doesn't, but the dental definitely do, because after you get a couple of things done, one thing done, you done used all your money for the year. So that is what I am you know, trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it. But the good thing is it's December the 8th. I know it's almost a month away, but a little over a month away, but I got an appointment for the 2nd so that I can get my dental work done then. So they will have to check on that then. I pray the good Lord that I am able to sustain. And I'm probably end it here. You guys, I couldn't take you in with me, but I did, you know, show you guys the inside and everything. And yeah, so I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Like I said, these vlogs may not be completely long, but I want to make sure that I'm vlogging every day in December. And some of them will be chatty vlogs, like this one was, completely chatty. Or some of them will be where it's actually us kind of moving around, or you seeing parties and things that we do. So, alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.